In a failure to diagnose cancer case, why do we need to bring in an oncologist at the time of trial? You want to learn why? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. In every failure to diagnose case, we have to show to the jury how your treatment and your outcome would have been different if you were diagnosed at stage 1 when you first had symptoms. And then we show the jury what problems you have now when you were diagnosed likely at stage 4, and now the oncologist, the specialist who deals in treating cancer patients, will explain to the jury the differences. So for example, we'll ask the oncologist, the cancer specialist, to explain to the jury the difference between what treatment you would have had if you were diagnosed at stage 1. Doctor, can you tell the jury, please, what treatment would have been available to this patient had they been diagnosed when they were stage 1? And if the patient had been diagnosed when they were stage 1 and treated appropriately, what would you expect their prognosis and their life expectancy to be at that point? And now we're going to shift gears and now focus the doctor on what you were actually diagnosed with. Doctor, we know that this patient was ultimately diagnosed when they were stage 4. At that point, what treatment was available to the patient? And based upon that diagnosis and that treatment, what was the patient's life expectancy? And what is their prognosis? How much longer can they be expected to live? And so now we show the jury the differences between what should have been done and what the patient's outcome would have been at that point, compared to what it actually was, what treatment they underwent now, and now what their life expectancy is, and in all likelihood it's going to be significantly shorter. So that's why we need to bring in a cancer specialist known as an oncologist in a failure to diagnose cancer case to show to the jury exactly how the treatment, how the options, how the life expectancy would have been dramatically different had the patient been properly diagnosed and properly treated at that time. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you to give you an insight and an understanding to what goes on in a failure to diagnose cancer case here in the state of New York. You know, I realize you're watching this because you probably have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. This is something I do every single day and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.